Union Street end zone. Notre Dame would like to welcome the Trojans of Alexander High School. Now, standing as one team in the north end zone, 7-time sectional champion, led by head coach Jimmy Finera. Here come the Irish!
Hello everybody and welcome to Bill Sutherland Field here at Notre Dame High School. My name is Alex Brasky here for the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel, ready to take you through what should be a fine Class D matchup between the host Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the visiting Alexander Trojans. Excited to be here at Notre Dame as the Irish come in at 2-1. While Alexander remains unbeaten. They come in at 3-0. We'll pause for a second for the national anthem, and we'll get down to business here before kickoff coming up in just a few moments. All right, and before we get too deep into this afternoon's broadcast, we'd like to first thank our sponsors, beginning with our scoreboard sponsor, and that is, of course, Casella Waste. Casella, are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Call Casella, which is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs, and it's always putting your waste to work. 585-308-0662 today for a quote. Also, that taco place in Batavia, now celebrating 45 years of service, drive-through and walk-up service now available. Located at 4160 West Main Street in Batavia. Phone number 585-343-3533. Open Tuesday and Wednesday, 11 to 5. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 11 to 6. And closed on Sunday and Monday. That Taco Place Batavia.com. Also, Genesee Community College. Why choose GCC? That's easy. Affordable tuition, a new state-of-the-art technical training and solar lab, an award-winning faculty with real-world experience, 200-plus transfer agreements to four-year schools, and on-campus student housing. Also, UR Medicine Noise Health, urgent care in Geneseo. Sometimes unexpected illness or injuries can occur that require immediate care. It's times like these that you can turn to UR Medicine Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Urgent Care Center Geneseo is located in the Noise Health Services Building on 50 East South Street. Walk-ins are welcome every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. There are x-ray and lab services on site. For more information, visit noise.urmc.edu. So once again, Alex Brasky here with you for the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. Should be a good game between Notre Dame and Alexander. The Trojans come in at 3-0 with wins over Avon, Clyde Savannah, and South Seneca to their record. A 33-15 winner over the Braves in Week 1, followed by a 34-0 victory over Clyde Savannah in Week 2. And then they had a week off, did the Trojans, and followed up that week off with a 50-0 thrashing of South Seneca. So 2 shutouts in a row for this Trojans defense, and Notre Dame will try to solve what has been a tough Trojans defense with its passing game, which has really been a threat this season. A Week 1 loss to Attica, Class C opponent, did the Irish suffer. Two wins in a row followed that loss. South Seneca 56-0, and then Cuba Rushford Hinesdale a 26-7 victory for Notre Dame. So the Irish playing good football in recent weeks, hoping to carry a bit of momentum into this tough matchup with Alexander. It certainly won't be easy for the host Irish here this afternoon, as Alexander has been a titan of a program over the past number of years, but new Notre Dame head coach Jimmy Finera leading a new era of Irish football and hoping to send them into a promising future with a win here over the Trojans.
Set to kick for the Irish, number 20, Brandon Carrick. Back deep for the Trojans, number 1, Christian Kissel, and number 5, Ricky Townley.
So Christian Kissel and Ricky Townley set to return for the Trojans, while Brandon Carrick is set to kick it away. And the kick is away. Here come the Trojans on the return. Trying to find the sideline, finding a bit of room across midfield. Before he's dragged down is Ben Merrill. So a good return from Merrill there. And that will set Alexander up here.
First down, Trojans.
So out comes junior quarterback Trent Woods to lead this Trojans offense. He's had a fantastic season, his first season under center for the Trojans offense. A great thrower of the football, can also get it done running. While he's got a few men out of the backfield he likes to hand it to. And Alexander starts this one with a run. Ricky Townley off the left side, and he moves forward for a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4 coming up for Alexander. Aiden Groff in there on the stop for the Trojans, one of the key players on both sides of the ball. Also a multi-sport athlete is Groff, which is the case for many teams at this Class D level, featuring several talented multi-sport athletes that lead their team. So here's Woods under center once again. Handoff to Townley, running behind blockers. That's going to be a first down. Beautiful job from Connor Thompson, leading the way for Townley there on that gain of about 5 and the first down for the Trojans. So 1st and 10 coming up. We're inside 11 minutes to go, and the Trojans approaching the red zone. What you saw there was Thompson pulling from the left side, the left guard pulling to the right and leading the way for Townley. A well-executed play call there by the Trojans offensive line, and we'll tell you more about them here soon. The snap goes to Woods, takes it himself off the right side, slippery as he works his way toward another Alexander first down. Just short, going to bring up a 2nd and 1 as Jimmy Finero was in there on the stop. But no, it is a first down. So 1st and 10 once again for Alexander here, as see a few of the men up front for Notre Dame here. Joe Truer. Also Max White up there, along with Maverick Hall, trying to solve this talented Trojans offensive line. Looked like somebody jumped. We'll see what the call is here. I believe that one's going to go against Notre Dame.
Offsides on the Irish. It'll be a 5-yard penalty.
That's offside. Alexander moves forward to a 1st and 5. Woods under center. Townley behind him. He hands it to him. Good room off the left side. Good juke, trying to find the goal line. Townley brought down inside the 5. What a move to find his way there. And another first down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Coming up here for Alexander, they've moved right down the field using the running game. Seen a fantastic performance early in this game from the Trojans offensive line. Jaden Snyder and Connor Thompson on the left side clearing the way there for Townley. But a nice play there made defensively from Notre Dame's Maverick Hall. That stops Alexander short of the goal line. A loss on the play. 2nd and goal from the 2 now. Nice play from Hall there. Shedding the blocker, fitting into the hole, and making the stop. So Alexander will try it again under center with Woods. Hand off to Townley. This time he's in. Touchdown, Trojans. So 8:40 remaining in this first quarter. Alexander's on the board at 6-0. So a 6-play drive, all runs. And Alexander into the end zone for 6. On to kick for Alexander, Dalton Selapak for the PAT. That one is up and through. It is now 7-0. So a good start for the Trojans. The Irish will look to respond offensively. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste. Casella will save your business time and money on trash and recycling services. Call 585-308-0662 for a quote today. Also, That Taco Place, celebrating 45 years, drive-through service and walk-up service, now available, 4160 West Main Street in Batavia. That Taco Place, Batavia.com. Also, Genesee Community College, an open house available on Saturday, November 12th from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. Join GCC for the biggest weekend of the fall semester. Meet the professors, tour the campus, and learn about the admissions process, financial aid, transfer services, student services, and more. Also, UR Medicine Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Call 585-243-9595 for questions. Open every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. So Alex Brasky here with you at Bill Sutherland Field. Notre Dame trailing, visiting Alexander 7-0 early. A 6-play touchdown drive, all runs, as Alexander marched right down the field for a score on the opening drive. So the Irish let this one bounce. Here comes Bryson Berry right up the heart of the Trojans coverage team, and a solid return there sets the Irish up near midfield. 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. Nice return there, knifing through an opening in the coverage team, and Bryson Berry right up the field. So Jimmy Finera out of the shotgun, rolling to his right, looking to run now. A flag is thrown in the area of holding And now a flag near where Finero went out of bounds. So we'll sort this out. We'll see what the calls are and see where the officials spotted here. First flag in the area of holding. Second one came in the secondary after Finero went out of bounds. Led to a cheer from the Alexander players, so it appears as if both will go against the Irish, but we'll see. So we have a blindside block and a hold, both going against the Irish, and it looks like the Trojans will accept the holding penalty, and that will set the Irish back here. So the fantastic return from Barry, pretty much all for naught, as the penalty here is going to set the Irish back to a first and very long to begin this drive. So 1st and 20 coming up for Notre Dame. As you see here, father and son, quarterback and head coach duo. This is Jimmy Finera's first season as head coach, but his son, a veteran quarterback now, trying to lead this Notre Dame team to a playoff appearance and perhaps a playoff run this season. So play resumes following the holding penalty against the Irish. Finera back to throw. Looking to go deep into coverage. Jump ball and it falls incomplete. There on the coverage for the Trojans was Tyler Marino. Looked like it was intended for Ryan Fitzpatrick. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 20 here. Finera looked like he determined where he was going to go with that ball immediately as he had single coverage on the outside, threw up the jump ball, maybe a little bit too much air under it. Allowed Marino to come over and settle underneath it, but ball was knocked away, fell incomplete, and the Irish lived to fight another day here. So you'll see this spread formation from Notre Dame often here this afternoon as they will look to throw often as well. But that time, Finera swarmed by the Trojans front, and he's brought down for a sack. Dylan Pohl and Cole Dean in there for the sack for the Trojans. So that's going to set Notre Dame back even further. It's now a 3rd and 30. So Notre Dame, after the fine return, going the wrong way. So here comes the 3rd and 30, once again with that spread formation, this time 5 wide with Finera alone in the backfield. Finera drops back under pressure immediately as Dean came off the left side. Finera going deep, and he overthrew his intended target, Jay Antonor. So 4th and 30 coming up for Notre Dame, and they will be forced to punt it away here as their opening drive fails. Cole Dean created the pressure there off the left side and forced Finera to step up in the pocket. Nice movement in the pocket there from Finera, but had too much behind the throw and overthrew Antonor. Short kick here from Barry, rolling laterally near the sideline, and it's downed by the Irish at about the 38-yard line, and that's where Alexander will begin its drive here. 7:07 remaining in this opening quarter. Alexander leads it 7-0. So here come the Trojans back out for another drive. They'll stay under center with Townley, the deep man, in the backfield. Woods handoff to the up back. It's Mason Bump falling forward for a few tough yards. So 2nd and 6 now for the Trojans as they keep it on the ground here. Just looking to dominate this Irish team with that strong offensive line, and they've been able to do so thus far. But now Woods will take it out of the shotgun. Townley in motion. Bump the lead blocker for Woods, who takes it himself, but a nice play made there by Hall, who's had a nice start defensively for the Irish. 3rd and 4 coming up for Alexander. Hall's been impressive in the early going for the Irish, shedding blockers and finding his way into the Trojans' backfield on the play near the goal line, and now the nice stop after the short gain from Woods. So Woods back under center. Tries the hard count. This time the Irish don't jump. Townley finds an open lane for the first down. And what a block there. It looked like Cole Dean delivered the block, allowing Townley to spring free for the first down gainer. 1st and 10 coming up for the Trojans. Finera, who's playing free safety for the Trojans here today, forced to come out of the game with a bump on his elbow, it looked like. Woods back to throw for the first time today, going near the sideline, and he connects with his man. It's Ben Merrill fighting forward for a first down and more. So Merrill, the first down reception. And Alexander's drive is well on its way toward the end zone. Nice ball there from Woods. Merrill came back to it, made a nice catch, and ran his way forward for the first down. Snap, handoff to Townley, stiff-arming his way into the end zone for the Trojans touchdown. 13-0. The Trojans lead it, 4:43 remaining in this first quarter. So here's Selapak for the point after. Snap, good hold, good kick, and it's 14-0.
Extra point by Selapak is good. Trojans lead 14-0.
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste. Also, That Taco Place, Genesee Community College, and UR Medicine Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Homecoming weekend here at Notre Dame, a good crowd at Bill Sutherland Field. Alexander, which always travels well, brought a good fan base as well. And their Trojans are off to quite the start here in Batavia.
Number 1, Jay Antnor.
So here's the kick. Taken by Antonor. Trying to outrun a few Alexander coverage men, and he's pushed out of bounds.
Antnor on the return. Pushed out of bounds by Marino.
So 4:33 remaining. Notre Dame will begin its drive
Irish first down at the
at their own 35-yard line, trailing 14-0. So you're not going to see Notre Dame run it much. This Alexander front much too dangerous, and the Irish a bit green on the offensive line. So you're going to see them spread it out and look to beat the Trojans with their passing game. Bad snap through the legs of Finera. He dives on top of it.
Fumble recovered by Finera.
As
It'll still be Irish ball.
Alexander's Christian Kissel came in, nearly recovered it. But the bad snap, and things go from bad to worse here for the Irish offense. 2nd and 19 coming up. So you saw the good return from Barry right out of the gate, and then the holding penalty on the first play from scrimmage, and since then it's really been the Irish moving in the wrong direction. We'll see if they can settle things and get a good gainer here on 2nd and long. Finera, empty backfield, looking to throw, under pressure by Dean. Forced to escape the pocket, and he falls forward for a nice gain of about 6. So third
Gain of about 7.
and about 12, we'll call it, coming up for the Irish. So I think you'll have to see that from the Irish as well. You're going to have to see Finera freestyle a bit and scramble to beat this intense Trojans pass rushing unit. He's not going to have much time to throw, and if his receivers aren't able to get open immediately, he's going to have to escape that pocket and look to gain yardage himself by using his legs. So 3rd and 12 here. Spread formation to the right. Trips. And this one off target, as it was intended for Antinor. Cole Dean in on the coverage for Alexander. 4th and 12 coming up for the Irish.
Number 52, Dean on the coverage. Will be 4th down.
Dean has been all over the field for Alexander. You saw him with a nice block on offense. You've seen him pressure the quarterback, and that time in pass coverage. Not sure there's anything that this young man can't do. That's a bad snap on the punt. Barry forced a retreat, and now he's on the run. And he's brought down at the Irish 15-yard line as Woods in there on the pursuit. And that's going to give the Trojans a solid drive start here deep inside Irish territory. It's been all Alexander in the early going. It's a 2:45 remaining here in the opening quarter. The Trojans, another fine opportunity to find the end zone. So the Trojans will pack it in, go under center once again with Woods. Snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Under pressure, pulls it down on the run now. Brought down, the ball comes out. But it did look like Mason Bump was able to fall on it, and Alexander maintains possession. Short gain on the play of about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up. George Woodruff in on the stop for Notre Dame. So 2nd and 7 here for the Trojans. Snap, handoff. Now here's Townley trying to find the edge. Antinor able to rope him in, but that's near 1st down yardage. See where they spot it here.
Number 1, Jay Antnor. And number 55, Scott.
It's a 1st and goal coming up for Alexander. So First and goal from the 5. Coming up for the Trojans. Townley in the backfield. Woods under center. Fakes the handoff. Woods on the bootleg. Fighting for the goal line, and the ball comes out. Who's got it? Notre Dame recovers, and it's a touchback. So a huge turnover created by the Irish defense as Woods trying to fight for the goal line. Lost the ball into the end zone. The Irish fall on it, and Notre Dame will take over possession. A huge stop for this Irish defense. 54 seconds remaining in the opening frame. 1st and 10 coming up for Notre Dame. So here comes Finera out of the pistol, handoff. First time today the Irish have gone to the ground game. And it didn't work out.
Off on the carry, brought down by a host of Trojans.
So a host of Trojans tacklers in there, led by Caden Lyons. As that handoff went to Hayden Groff for no gain. 2nd and 10 now. This will be the last play of the first quarter. Man in motion is Bryson Berry. Another bad snap. Finera forced to shovel it over to Groff. And he runs it forward as the buzzer rings here at Bill Sutherland Field to signal the end of the first quarter of play. 3rd down coming up for the Irish in about 8 as we head to the second.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score, the Trojans of Alexander 14, Notre Dame.
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with, of course, Casella Waste. Affordable and reliable local service, containers of all sizes, and free delivery of those containers are all available. Call 585-308-0662 today for a quote. Also, That Taco Place, celebrating 45 years. That Taco Place offers drive-through service, and walk-up service is now available. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's open 11 to 5. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, open 11 to 6. Closed on Sunday and Monday. That Taco Place, Batavia.com, located at 4160 West Main Street. Also, Genesee Community College. Join us for the biggest weekend of the fall semester. Open house on Saturday, November 12th from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. To register, please visit www.genesee.edu/visit. Also, UR Medicine Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Call 585-243-9595. Open every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. UR Medicine Noise Health Urgent Care in Geneseo. Alex Brasky here with you at Bill Sutherland Field at Notre Dame High School, taking in this Class D matchup. Alexander leads Notre Dame 14-0, but the Irish came up with a big stop on the Trojans' last drive. A fumble into the end zone from Trent Woods, recovered by the Irish, and now Notre Dame trying to convert on a 3rd down and long. 3rd and 8 coming up for Notre Dame. Ball comes out. Or no, excuse me, run was the call from the Alexander sideline as I look through the viewfinder on the camera here. Got a little trickery there. Is it? Oh, he did fumble the snap. Okay. Sorry, didn't get a good look at that one. Tough angle here. But nonetheless, fumbled snap and a loss of one on the play. And it's 4th and 9, and the punt is blocked. The Trojans block the punt, and they pick it up. And now they're headed toward the end zone. Caden Lyons fighting for the pylon. Is he in? He is. Touchdown, Trojans. So the block punt turns into a touchdown as Caden Lyons picks it up, takes it the distance, and it's now 20-0 Trojans. What a special teams play created as the pressure into the backfield, and Barry never stood a chance. So on to kick the PAT. Dalton Selapak to try to make it 21-0. It's up and through. And a 3-touchdown lead for the Trojans.
Alexander 21, Notre Dame 0.
So it looked like Notre Dame had a chance there after the fumble into the end zone. But no dice as they turn it over themselves on the block punt. And Rick Rapone talks in my ear here. Rick doing a great job today on the scoreboard, but a Notre Dame supporter, a bit emotional up here in the press box. Rick, the head baseball coach here at Notre Dame, expecting another fine season on the diamond this year. His team has reached the sectional final each of the past 2 seasons. And many of those players are on this Irish football team here.
Number 1, Jay Antnor.
So here comes Notre Dame to take over their latest drive. A ground ball. Now Notre Dame on the return. Tremel McGee on the return.
Sets up the Irish with good field position at the 44-yard line.
And the Irish will begin their drive at the 44-yard line. So Notre Dame is in need of a spark here. Down 21-0. They featured the passing game here this afternoon, but have been unable to protect quarterback Jimmy Finera thus far, as he's been under duress throughout this contest. So 2 men to the left, 2 to the right, 1 man in the backfield, and they fake the handoff to Groff. Finera looking for room on the edge, falls forward for a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 coming up.
Finera on the carry, gain of 3, brought down by Woods.
Trent Woods in on the tackle. Trojans defense looking for another stop. The Irish looking for their first conversion here. Handoff. And he's stuffed at the line. Groff nowhere to run. And that's going to be no gain on the play. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Handoff to Groff, stopped by number 70, Dylan Hall.
Just been a great performance from this Trojans defensive front. Andrew Pulliam in the center of it all. Also Dylan Pohl in there. You have Jaden Snyder on the end and Cole Dean on the other end. Trojans linebackers really haven't had to do much, as their defensive line has made it tough on this Irish offensive line all afternoon. 3rd and 7. Somebody jumped early. Flag is thrown. And it's offside against the Trojans. So that's going to be a 3rd and 2 now coming up for Notre Dame.
Encroachment by the Trojans. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Maybe I overestimated. 3rd and 4, as that no gain I called on 2nd down must have been a loss of 2. So 3rd and 4 coming up for the Irish here. Snap, Finero looking to throw, has a man, too tall, and it's picked off. Picked off by Marino, and it's returned into Irish territory. Trojans in business once again.
Intercepted by number 7.
So the pass was too tall for its intended target, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Right into the waiting arms of Marino, who made a nice return of about 20 yards, and the Trojans in business once again. So Alexander always seems to be in the right place at the right time, and that usually means they're a well-coached bunch, and that's for certain here in Alexander. As Townley takes it forward, Joe Truer in on the stop for Notre Dame after a short gain, 2nd and 6 coming up. Alexander head coach Tim Sawyer recently recorded his 100th career victory as head coach of the Alexander varsity football team. Began his high school football coaching career in Alaska, did Sawyer. But he's since returned to Western New York and has led the Irish to a couple of sectional championships at the helm. Truer into the backfield once again. He's been a force on this drive. A loss of 1, 3rd and 7 coming up.
Townley again on the carry. Again stopped by number 51, Joe Truer, with help from number 44, George Woodruff.
George Woodruff also contributing to that stop for the Irish. So 3rd and 7 coming up here. Woods under center. They've used the hard count a few times tonight. We'll see if they try it again. No. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw is Woods. Crosses body, and it's incomplete. 4th and 7 coming up now. Looking for Kissel there, but it falls incomplete. So 4th and 7, we'll see what the Trojans do here. Whether they'll keep the offense on the field or punt it away. Looks like they will keep the offense out there as Woods will go to the shotgun. Townley in motion. Now Bump in motion. 5 wide for Woods. Finds Bump over the middle on a bit of a fullback screen, and he finds green grass. Bump up the sideline, 1st down and more. Brought down inside the Notre Dame 10-yard line. Mason Bump, what a catch and run. 1st and goal. Coming up for the Trojans from the 7. Good play design there as you saw the 2 men in motion, and then Bump just curled right past the line of scrimmage on a bit of a screen play. That allowed blockers to get out in front of him and him to find open field to run. 1st down and more for Mason Bump. Woods under center, hands it to Bump, who will finish the job, bulldozing through his own man into the end zone for the Trojans touchdown. It's now 27-0, and the route is on here at Bill Sutherland Field. .701 remaining in the first half. 4-touchdown lead for Alexander. Dalton Selapak on for the point after. He's 4 for 4 on the day. It's been a near perfect afternoon for Alexander outside of the fumble from Woods into the end zone. But they've certainly responded from that put points on the board after creating a takeaway themselves. And it's now 28-0. Once again, we'd like to thank Casella Waste, also that taco place, Genesee Community College, and UR Medicine Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. So here come the Trojans to kick it away. 7:07 remaining here in the first half. Kick rolling to Antonor, who picks it up on a hop. A little bit of room to run, trying to dodge the coverage men, but eventually brought down by Ricky Townley.
Antonor on the return, brought down by Ricky Townley. It'll be first down Irish at the 35-yard line.
Finera out of the pistol, looking to throw. Going deep. Almost picked off by Marino once again. But it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now.
Intended for Antonor, incomplete.
Pass was intended for Jay Antonor.
Second down.
So it's been a slow go for Notre Dame offensively here, and just haven't been able to get the passing game going, and that's really a credit to Alexander. They've just been all over the field defensively. Finera shovels it out to Groff, running wide, tripped up but maintained his balance, fighting for the line to gain, and he almost got there. A flag comes in toward the end of the play. We'll see what the call is here after the gain of 10 and a first down for the Irish. It could be Notre Dame's first down of the game, and it is. And the personal foul will likely be added to the end of it. Personal foul goes against the Trojans. That's going to improve Notre Dame's field position. So Notre Dame into Alexander territory and a first down for the first time this afternoon. Things looking up for this Irish offense as they look to make their way toward the end zone for the first time. Jimmy Finera, the handoff to Hayden Groff, running wide once again, knocked out of bounds. Gain of about 5, 2nd and 5. I'd like to send out a quick reminder to some programming we have coming up at halftime. We'll have Coach Swaz coming up at halftime, so be sure to tune in to that conversation. We'll talk to Coach Swaz about how the world of economic development has developed, I would say, post-COVID-19. And also, Coach Swaz hosted his 4th annual Glow with Your Hands event this past Tuesday. We'll talk to him about how that event went as well. Fakes the handoff, does Finera, running up the middle, finding room. A first down for the Irish.
Finera on the carry. Gain of 12. First down.
So Notre Dame finding a bit of room to work with here on this drive. And they are now inside the red zone for the first time this afternoon. 1st and 10 coming up for Notre Dame. See if they can punch it in here. Spread things out. Finero with Groff behind him in the backfield. Flips it to Groff, running wide. But he's wrapped up. Fighting forward for a good gain there, though, as Jaden Snyder had him initially. Gain of 5 on the play, and a face mask goes against the Trojans of the 5-yard variety. So we'll see where this ball is placed when it's all said and done. But more good news for this Irish offense. So it's going to be a 2nd and 1 coming up for Notre Dame here. So another spread formation, this time 5 wide for Finera. Approaching the 5.5-minute mark here in the first half. Finera pulls it down, QB draw. Oh, and he's crushed at the end of the play by Ricky Townley, and that's a flag that flies in, likely for a personal foul going against the Trojans as Finera was hit on the way down, near his head. So illegal helmet contact against the Trojans, and didn't look like it was intentional by Townley, but certainly a flag warranted, and now the Irish inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal from the 3. The Trojans not in favor of that call. But it does appear as if Finera is okay. We saw the scary moment with Tua Tagovailoa, Dolphins quarterback, a few days ago, and certainly the health and safety of the players at the forefront of this one. Finera to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown Irish. Ryan Fitzpatrick makes the catch. And the Irish are into the end zone for the first time this afternoon. It's now 28-6. It's a beautifully lofted ball by Finera into the back corner. Fitzpatrick was waiting for it, and he came down with the touchdown reception. On for the PAT. It's Brandon Carrick, and that's up and through, now 28-7. And Finera surrounded by his teammates after that touchdown. Bent over. Spent plenty of energy on that drive. Took a couple of big hits, did Finera, which showed great grit. And apparently he remains healthy as well after that big hit to the head, so that's what's most important. 28-7, the Irish have cut into the Alexander lead here at Bill Sutherland Field. 5 minutes to go here in the opening half. So once again, a reminder, at halftime we'll talk with Coach Swaz, who leads Genesee FAST, world-class workforce development, from inspiring K through 16 students, parents, teachers, and businesses on STEM skilled trades and career paths. So Looking forward to that conversation at halftime. 5 minutes to go here in the opening half between Alexander and Notre Dame. Kickoff on the ground. Bump picks it up. And good pursuit there by the Irish coverage team led by Bryson Berry. So here come the Trojans to begin their latest drive. It'll be 1st and 10 with 4:55 remaining in the opening half. Under center goes Woods. Hand off to the up back and Bump with a lot of room to run. First down and more. He's brought down inside Irish territory.
Bump on the carry. Brought down by number 55, Scotty McWilliams.
Scotty McWilliams makes the tackle for Notre Dame, but it's a first down for the Trojans. Snap, handoff once again goes to Bump. This time the tackle made near the line as it's George Woodruff in on the stop for Notre Dame. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second and 8 facing the Trojans here. Woods once again under center. Fakes the handoff to Townley, looking to throw, going deep, and it's caught! What a play made by Ben Merrill to go up and make the catch on the deep ball. And it's a first down for the Trojans. Everything working today for this Alexander offense. My goodness, what a throw and catch. As I said early in the game, Woods has shown the ability, to throw the football all season long. Not necessarily been needed the past couple of weeks, but he has that in his bag. 3 minutes to go here in the third. Handoff to Townley into the end zone for the touchdown.
Townley on the carry for an Alexander touchdown.
34-7 is your score. Alexander running away with this one. Following the touchdown run from Townley. So here comes the kick from Selapak. Good snap, good hold, line drive kick, but it sneaks over the crossbar, and it's now 35-7.
Making the score, Alexander 35, Notre Dame 7.
So 6 possessions for the Trojans this afternoon, 5 touchdowns, and the one drive that didn't end in a touchdown. They neared the end zone, but Woods fumbled it into the end zone, causing a turnover. So it's been quite the day for this Trojans offense, and the Irish defense has shown little resistance. So we'll see if the Irish offense can repeat the success that it found on the previous drive, finishing in the touchdown from Fanera to Fitzpatrick.
Back to return for the Irish, number 7, Bryson Berry, and number 1, Jay Antonor.
So new pronunciation of Antonor's name now, Antonor. It looked like I had that incorrect throughout the game. So Antonor from Notre Dame now. So that kick to McGee once again. And the ball comes out. Who's got it? Looks like the Irish fell on it. And they did. So the Irish will maintain possession here. 2:46 remaining here in the third.
It'll be first down Irish.
Been a lot of stuff going on Union Street past couple of days. Batavia football home last night, Notre Dame football home this afternoon, also the Batavia Bulldogs, various teams competing across the street at Vendetta Stadium this afternoon. So it's a busy part of town. Snap and the flip to Antonor running wide, but he's brought down by the Trojans defense for a loss. Dylan Pohl in there for the stop. Also Trent Woods helping out. And a timeout has been called by the Trojans. We'll take a quick break. That's their first of the half. I said it was the third quarter a few minutes. Excuse me, it's the second quarter. I just realized I made that mistake. My apologies. Second quarter. All right, so back to action here. 2:26 remaining in the second quarter. It's the Irish facing a second and long, and that ball is batted by Alexander's Jaden Snyder.
Knocked down by number 72.
So 3rd and 20 coming up now. And we'll reset our clock here. It's in fact 2:35 remaining in the second as we match that up with the game clock here at Bill Sutherland Field. So 3rd and 20 coming up from Notre Dame. 5 wide for Fanera. Snap. Fanera looking to run now. And they'll just take it out of bounds after a gain of 11.
On the carry.
4th and 9 coming up now.
Bounds by number 3, Mason Bump.
And Notre Dame will send the punting unit onto the field. So 4th and 9, the Irish will punt it away. Here's Bryson Berry. Good snap this time, good kick. That will send Kissel retreating for it, and now he'll just let it come to rest, and the Irish will down it. And with 2:18 remaining in the first half, there's a flag well behind the play. See what the call is here. Personal foul against the Trojans. Looks like that'll keep the Irish drive alive here.
Flag on the play, personal foul against Alexander.
Personal foul. Roughing
the snapper.
The snapper.
There'll be a 15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty, and the Irish will take over. I guess retain possession here. 1st and 10 coming up across midfield. Ball at the 42-yard line. So the Irish have benefited from a number of boneheaded Trojans penalties here this afternoon. That's been another blemish on this game for Alexander. A few blemishes for the Trojans here, but the fumble into the end zone and now a few penalties on the last 2 drives for Notre Dame have kept the Irish alive here. Finera looking to throw. Rolling out, has a man, Barry. He's hit immediately by Townley after a short gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up, and the clock will continue to wind. Inside 2 minutes to play, 2nd and 6, as the Irish continue to huddle up here. Once again, a reminder, we'll talk to Coach Swaz at halftime. Be sure to tune in for that conversation coming up in just a few minutes. Snap to Finera. Rolling right, looking to throw, hit as he throws. That one goes out of bounds. Caden Lyons in on the pursuit. Going to bring up 3rd and 6. So Coach Swaz, VP of Business and Workforce Development. For Genesee Fast. Talk with him at halftime. So 3rd and 6. Minute 23 remaining here in the first half. Finera looking to throw, and it's dropped. 4th down coming up.
Intended for Sherwood. Incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th down.
So 4th and 6 coming up here. And the Irish will keep the offense on the field, looking to convert. Finera back to throw. Going over the middle, and it falls incomplete. Turnover on downs. The Trojans are going to take over.
Finera's pass incomplete, intended for Sherwood. That'll be a turnover on downs, and Alexander ball.
So 1:12 remaining here in the opening half. Been a long half here. About to come to a close as Woods looking to throw. Lofts it out to Marino, who makes a diving catch for 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up as the Irish will look to hurry things up.
Stopped by number 10, Hayden Groff.
Woods, shotgun snap. Lofts it out to Bump. That falls incomplete.
Woods' pass intended for Bump.
So 2nd and 4 coming up here with 43 seconds remaining in the opening half. So 3rd and 4 coming up for Alexander. Woods pulls it down, looking to run, has the line to gain, cross midfield. And now a timeout called by the Trojans.
44, George Woodruff.
Here's second of the half.
Timeout, Alexander. Earlier today, the Notre Dame modified team beat Wellsville 26-0, improving their record on the season to 3-0.
So 1st and 10 coming up for the Trojans out of the timeout.
Good to see you.
Snap over the head of Woods, chases it down, now looking to throw, has a man, it's complete to Marino. Inside the 30, inside the 25, and out of bounds to stop the clock. What a play created by Trent Woods off the bad snap. 1st and 10 coming up for Alexander.
It'll be a first down for Alexander at the 26.
Another bad snap. This one goes over the head of Woods, rolling around, chases it down, looking to throw, and it's complete. And it's stripped now. Ball on the ground, picked up by Lyons. And Lyons runs it out of bounds. A flag behind the play, through it all. See what the call is here. Hold against the Trojans. And we'll see where the ball ends up here after a lot of craziness on that play.
Holding against Alexander.
So Notre Dame moves them back on the holding penalty with 14 seconds remaining in the half. And I promise you, soon we will have that conversation with Coach Swaz, VP of Business and Workforce Development at the Genesee County Economic Development Center. As soon as this half comes to an end, which I promise it will. So 1st and very long here, 14 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Woods takes the snap, gets it out to Merrill. Cross midfield, still on his feet inside the 40. And another timeout called by the Trojans. Their final timeout of the half with 5 seconds remaining here in the third. So 5 seconds to go here in the opening half, and Coach Swaz has made his way to the press box, so make sure you stay tuned for that conversation at halftime. We'll talk about a lot of things he has going on and what has already taken place this week in the Glow with Your Hands event, which occurred on Tuesday. was the 4th annual Glow with Your Hands event, so we'll get details on that and talk about more stuff that the Genesee County Economic Development Center offers. So 5 seconds remaining. This could be the final play of the half. Woods takes the snap, looking to throw, going deep down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. So that's going to do it for the first half of play here at Notre Dame. And we're going to take a quick break, but we're going to welcome in Coach Swaz and Coach, the VP of Business and Workforce Development at the Genesee County Economic Development Center. Coach, got a lot going on this time of year, so we appreciate you stopping up here to join us to let the folks know what you do have going on. And first, why don't we start about just discussing the world of economic development post-COVID-19. We know how much that epidemic and pandemic, impacted things at the economic level. And can you just discuss the world of economic development post-COVID-19?
Yeah, it certainly was an interesting year, but guess what? We were more busier than we ever have been, and doing a lot of Zoom calls, so things got more efficient from the economic development side. And we're seeing a ton of projects for our stamp location in Alabama. So again, Science and Technology Advanced Manufacturing Park, it's 1,250 acres. It's 5 times the size of the Ag Park in Batavia. And we've been seeing a lot of big deals, multiple billion-dollar deals for that location. And it hasn't stopped yet, Alex. It's been incredible.
Now, why don't you tell us about where Coach Swaz came from? This is Chris Swazi, of course, a Batavian native and well-known throughout the community. Why don't you tell us where Coach Swaz came from and what you're trying to accomplish with that moniker and reaching out to kids and students as well?
Well, coaching my kids in youth sports, I kind of correlated that to start coaching kids in workforce development. And I think there's a really nice correlation there because we want to talk about careers early, like we talk about sports, and trying to get kids acclimated towards, possibilities of what they want to do in the future. So I figured I'd do it like, a coaching environment. Kids are used to that versus an old economic development guy that they probably wouldn't listen to. So I bring my whistle, I bring my hat, and have a lot of fun with kids, as you know. It's a lot of fun talking to them.
Yeah, you can follow along with Coach Swaz on Twitter. I know that I do, and it's been a good follow, Coach Swaz. So why don't you tell us about your 4th annual Glow with Your Hands event, occurred this past Tuesday. What is it? How did it go? And what was the experience like in the 4th year of that event?
Yeah, so as co-chairman, we tried to take that career exploration to the next level. And so Glow with Your Hands is exactly what that is 8th grade to 12th grade. We had 1,000 students this year in 30 different school districts in the Glow region. So it's not just Genesee County. We're putting it on for everybody because workforce development's everybody's responsibility. And we had about 64 different companies there. So kids, they came in on their buses for the whole day event at the Genesee County Fairgrounds, and they started working with their hands on careers that they would never see in the classroom. So there's a hammering competition. There was a backhoe. They got on a big equipment. There was mechatronics equipment there, and National Grid had like a line to simulate what it would be like to be a line technician, and so on and so forth. And these kids, the smiles on their faces, Alex, priceless, right? Because when you talk to them afterwards, they're like, this is the best field trip I've ever been on. We don't get this, in the classroom, right? And now you start sparking an interest that they may never even thought of, and that's really, what the whole program's all about.
Yeah, and you talk about career exploration, and that can really start all the way from K leading up through grade 12. So can you tell us why that's so important beginning at such a young age, and why parents and students should be thinking about that as soon as they start school?
Right, and I'll throw the correlation back to sports, right? Why do kids start playing t-ball? Why do they start playing basketball, with your dad's program early on, right? Because they want to be excellent when they're seniors. So same thing is true for careers, and we want our kids to be excellent, but we always kind of let them do it, or the guidance counselors will do it, or we kind of pass the buck a little bit. But the world has changed, and so we want to get kids that are potentially career focused or college focused. We want to get them in the right positions to the on-demand jobs that we have, especially what we have here locally.
Now, you talk about the career exploration for kids that are in just starting school. Now, what training programs are out there for those kids, and how can they get involved and start their path to career exploration at such a young age?
So, great question. When we get them like in 8th through 10th grade, that's kind of the sweet spot to really start thinking about the careers. So potentially like in 11th grade, like they'll attend maybe a BOCES program if they're career focused and they want to work with their hands. We got a mechatronics program, we got a welding program, and we got a computer numerical control program that all has ties to the youth apprenticeship. So as a junior, you do a job shadow at a company. As a senior, you get a paid internship. So you really get a chance to try it before you buy it type thing, right? So, and we have New York's best, probably the best mechatronics equipment in New York State. So we got really cool technology that industry is using, and it really is primed. Whether you're on a college path or career path, it's just exciting. We also did a program called Cornell in high school this year, so because all the food processing companies. So what I was doing is I brought Cornell in to give kids, high school seniors specifically, a chance to have a 3-day boot camp and a certificate from Cornell to accompany their high school diploma and get them into potentially a food processing career, which all these jobs are paying $50,000 a year without any student debt. And that's the kind of my drive right there, is say, out of high school, you're making $50,000 a year. I wish I could have done that back in the day. And then that's the reality, and that's exciting. And that's why I try to come up with these programs to help kids along. And again, they may not have been on that path, but hey, if I got a Cornell certificate to go, and it's free of charge, we cover it at the EDC. So, those are the things that I get inspired about.
Now, you talked about the career path in food processing. What other career fields are popular right now for kids to be looking into and to plan their future around? What career opportunities are out there for the youth of America?
So I tell parents, kids, it's STEM and skilled trades. So you're starting to take STEM in high school, 4th grade and stuff like that, but then it's like fragmented. Nobody knows really what to do with it. But if you're in a career path, you definitely have all kinds of training opportunities by companies that they'll train you to do that work. If you're on a college path, again, if you're STEM or skilled trades, you can go to Alfred State, ECC, MCC, or even if you're in STEM, UB, engineering, RIT. As long as you're in STEM or skilled trades, you're almost, I want to say, 100% employable by the time you're done. And those are the keys. And I try to talk to parents about return on investment, right? It's a different world than it was when we grew up. And college may not be for everybody, and that college debt is serious, right? So you got to really think about that return on investment, because a kid right now coming out of high school is making just the same amount as a college kid in STEM and skilled trades. So that's what's exciting. So do you want to have that student debt? Because the kids coming out of high school are making $50,000 a year, and that kid out of college is making $50,000 a year, plus he owes $50,000, $100,000 or more thousand a year. So those are the things that I like to talk to parents about, to say, you got to do what's right for your kid. You got to do what's right, because you can't put them financially in debt coming out of the gate. It just doesn't make sense.
Now, what new programs are on the horizon? What are you offering coming down the pike here?
So I keep peeling back the onion, Alex. When I start talking to the kids, I find out, more and more. And we have these workshops, and then I find out, I don't have transportation. I want to leave my house. I need a place to live. So what I'm working on next year is trying to close that gap and take those barriers away. And I'm working with, somebody like Guy Pellegrino and on cars. And I said to Guy, if I get a kid a job, I go, how quickly can you get him a car? He goes, full-time work, we can get him financed right away. So I'm going to try to offer that to students that are, take that excuse away. And same with real estate. I'm working with Andy Young with Reliant Real Estate, and if there's opportunities where a student, we get him a job and he needs a house or he needs an apartment, Reliant Real Estate's going to help with that too. So those are the things that are kind of, coming up next year. I can only do so much in a given year, but these are the things that I'm trying to assist these kids and making a great career choice. And hey, we're all in it together.
Now, if folks are interested in what we've discussed here this afternoon and any of the programs that you're offering, how can they find out more? Where do they go to find out more of what Coach Swaz is up to?
Definitely give me a call. 585-343-4866. I'm at extension 11, or C Swazi, which is CSUOZZI at gcedc.com. You can get a hold of me, or just call the Economic Development Center, Google it, and ask for Coach Swaz.
All right, that's great. This is Chris Swazi, Coach Swaz. Sorry we couldn't get you on camera, a little tight quarters up here, and we got multiple broadcast crews, but we'll make sure we get you shown on the way out. That way people, if they see you around town, they know who to look for. And you got the Bills hat on, so we got to show you.
That's how I like to end it. Go Bills.
Prediction for this weekend, big game against the Ravens.
Yeah, 31-17, all Bills.
Give me the Bills, baby.
That's right.
Thanks
See
a
you,
lot.
buddy.
That's Coach Swaz from the Genesee County Economic Development Center. Big thank you to him for joining us. And like I said, we'll give you a quick look at Coach Swaz on the way out. That way you can put a face to the name here. There he is, the man, Coach Swaz. All right, so a few moments left in halftime. We take a quick break. Thanks to Coach Swaz for joining us. We'll be back after a 5-minute break here on the Batavia Daily News YouTube channel. Rick, how long you been doing the clock for football? All right, we're back here at Bill Sutherland Field. Notre Dame trailing Alexander 35-7 at the half. 24 minutes remaining in this contest. I'd like to thank Coach Suarez for joining us at halftime, and we are ready for the third quarter of play.
All right. I didn't think the guy was going to call on him.
Trojans kick it away. Back to return is Antonor. He's wrestled out of bounds.
Andor on the return, brought down by number 10, Feldman. It'll be Irish ball.
Here's a 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. Finera in the backfield. Snap, handoff to Groff. Take it down immediately at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down.
Brought down by number 70, Paul. It'll be 2nd down, Irish.
Snap, handoff to Groff, running wide. Flag comes in.
Groff on the carry, brought down by number 2, Trent Woods.
So we'll see what the call is here. We saw a flurry of flags in the Batavia game last night, and seen quite a few here tonight. A blindside block against the Irish.
Block against the Irish.
2 for Barry today.
Taking a while to sort out the penalty and mark it off here. And once again, we have it called as a crackback block. Replay 2nd down.
Can we please pace it off? Let's go.
Penalty marked off now. It's going to be a 2nd and very long for Notre Dame. This ball back inside their own 20-yard line. We're set to resume play after an extended delay here. So 2nd and long. Notre Dame will spread it out. Finera looking to throw. Going deep, has a man, and Barry makes the catch. On the run, still on his feet, across the 45 for a 1st down. What a catch made by Bryson Barry on a nice throw from Jimmy Finera.
Gain of about
41-yard gain and a 1st down for the Irish. Wow, what a play to start this 2nd half. Here's the snap, handoff to Groff. Another good gain. This one on first down, 2nd and 5 coming up.
Number 10, Hayden Groff.
So the Irish finding a bit of momentum here on this drive.
Down by number 3, Mason Bump.
That was a tough hit that Barry absorbed on that reception, hit near the hip. Almost folded him in half, but able to maintain his balance and rumble forward for the first down and more. Second and we'll call it 6 for Notre Dame here. Fanera back to throw. And it's picked off. Christian Kissel on the run. He's brought down by Fanera inside the 30. And the Trojans are going to take over on offense. Another turnover.
Trojan football.
And Christian Kissel on the interception. 9:08 remaining in the third. It'll be Trojans football. Woods will take it under center. Lyons and Townley behind him. Hand it off to Townley. Nice tackle made by Scotty McWilliams, much to the pleasure of a Notre Dame fan in attendance. These Notre Dame fans have remained into the game here, despite the sizable deficit. It's always good to see at the high school level, cheering these kids on. It's about development at this stage as well, not just about winning and losing. Sometimes development comes through defeat, so see what happens for the Irish after this game, as the outcome seems much in doubt, as that's offside against the Irish. That'll bring up a 2nd and 1.
On the play. Encroachment against the Irish. Be a 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 2 for the Trojans.
So 2nd and 1 upcoming. Woods under center, Lyons and Townley behind him. Hands it off to Townley. Stuffed at the line. Truer comes in from behind to make the play.
Carried by Townley, brought down by number
Near the line to gain, not sure if he got there.
Number 51, Joe Truer.
And it's a first down for the Trojans. As he signals first down, waiting on the chains to be moved here. And they are first down for the Trojans. Ball inside the red zone, or on the red zone, I should say, on the red zone line. First and 10. Hand off to Lyons. Breaks it to the outside. Looking for room and finds some. Nearing the end zone. Touchdown Trojans. Caden Lyons.
Touchdown run by number 24, Caden Lyons.
So with 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter, Lyons increases Alexander's lead to 41-7. Selapak on for the PAT. What a run from the fullback, and what blocking once again in front of him by this Alexander offensive line. That left side has really done a lot of damage here for Alexander. Selapak up and through. It's 42-7. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Ace. Casella will save your business time and money On trash and recycling services, affordable and reliable local service is available. Containers of all sizes and free delivery of those containers also available. Call 585-308-0662 today for a quote. Also, that taco place, drive-through service and walk-up service now available. Tuesday and Wednesday, open 11 to 5. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, open 11 to 6. Closed on Sunday and Monday. That taco place. Celebrating 45 years. 4160 West Main Street in Batavia, thattacoplace.com. Also, Genesee Community College, open house on Saturday, November 12th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. To register, please visit genesee.edu/visit. Also, UR Medicine Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Genesee, open every day from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m., 585-243-9595. Alexander set to kick it away following the latest touchdown. 42-7 lead for the Trojans. And this one goes to Antonor. Here comes Antonor on the run, and he's roped down at about the 37-yard line. That's where Notre Dame will begin its drive. Handoff to Groff. Good gain on first down and a body slam from Townley to make the tackle. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Number 5, Townley, and number 2, Woods.
Don't miss the third quarter. Nearing the 6-minute mark of this third quarter. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Irish. Antonor, the man in motion, and the ball comes out. Who's got it? Looked like Townley recovered it, and he did. Trojans football. 1st and 10 coming up for Alexander.
It'll be first down, Trojans.
So here are the Trojans for their latest drive following the latest Irish turnover. Snap, handoff to Marino in the backfield now. Several players have handled the ball out of the backfield. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7.
Marino on the carry, brought down by number 10, Hayden Groff. 2nd down.
It's been a tough go for Notre Dame here this afternoon. A bit outmatched against the Trojans as the clock will stop as we have an Irish player being removed from the game, unknown reason. Not sure if that's an injury or otherwise. And the clock will restart. 2nd and 7 coming up. Looked like the player was taken out after he lost a knee pad. Handoff to Marino, gain of 2, 3rd and 5.
Marino on the carry, stopped by number 51, Joe Truer, and number 50, Maverick Hall.
So we'll call it 3rd and 4 here for Alexander. Woods under center, bump, and Marino behind him. Hand it off to Marino. Ball comes out, and the Irish fall on it. But flags fly. It'll be Irish football, barring a flag on the Irish. See what the call is here.
Flag on the play.
Taking a while to sort this one out. Illegal helmet contact called against the Irish, so that's going to be a first down for the Trojans and negate the turnover.
Helmet to helmet contact is the flag called against the Irish.
Now a lengthy discussion going on near the sideline. And we're ready to go. 1st and 10 for Alexander. And another flag. False start on the Trojans. 1st and 15 coming up.
Flag on the play. False start against Alexander. It'll be 1st and 15.
His umpire is called 2 roughing singles. 2 helmet to helmet.
It's the guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Umpire. I don't. Who does he think he's? He's going to Notre Dame University. Because there is one.
You see those calls in the 5 games you watch.
So we'll start our clock once it reaches 3:08 here. As bump breaks through the line, nearing another first down for the Trojans. Clock will continue to wind. And we've reached the 3:08 mark. So Jay Antonor. 2nd and 1 coming up for Alexander. Snap to Woods, handoff, powering up the middle for the first down.
Bump on the carry, brought down by number 55, Scotty McWilliams.
.140 to go here in the 3rd. Bit of confusion in the backfield for the Trojans. Get things sorted out. Snap, handoff, bump, touchdown.
Alexander touchdown.
48-7.
Number 3, Mason Bump.
So Alexander with 6 rushing touchdowns now in this one. They have dominated this contest. Kick from Selapak. Up and through. 49-7.
Making the score 49-7.
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste, That Taco Place, Genesee Community College, and UR Medicine Noise Health Urgent Care Center in Geneseo. Third quarter just about through here with 1:26 remaining until the fourth.
Back to return from the Irish, number 2, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and number 10, Hayden Groff.
Here's the kick coming from Alexander. Not sure what we're waiting for here. All right, we're ready to go. And the kick from the Trojans, rolling out of bounds, and it does go out of bounds. Another flag. And a bit of chippiness going on near the sideline between the two teams.
For a flag. And a quarterback now for the Irish, number 1, Jay Antnor.
Jay Antonor now in at quarterback for Notre Dame. So Alexander looks to salt this victory away. 1st and 10 coming up for the Irish. Yes. Loss of 1 on the play. Groff on the carry. 2nd and 11 coming up for Notre Dame. Inside a minute to go in the third.
It'll be 2nd down for the Irish.
Gabe Castro in the backfield now for Notre Dame. Will take the handoff. Fighting forward for positive yardage. Gain of 3, 3rd and 8.
Castro on the carry,
Coming up
gain
now.
of about 3. Brought down by number 51.
That'll be the final play of the third quarter. We head to the fourth. It's 49-7 Alexander.
That is the end of the third quarter. We have drawn a winner for the grill. You take out your tickets. It is number 176964. 176964. Bring your winning ticket up to the booth and collect your prize.
All right, so 12 minutes remaining in this one as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Antonor and Castro on the backfield. Antonor looking to throw, going deep. A lot of air under this one. Camping under it to make the interception is Alexander's Jacob Brooks. Brooks knocked out of bounds, but an interception and another flag behind the play. So we'll see what the call is here.
Andor's pass intercepted by number 27, Jacob Brooks. There is some laundry on the field. Block in the back. It's an illegal block in the back on the return.
So an illegal block in the back called against
So it'll still be Alexander ball.
the Trojans on the return.
You too, bud. You got a way to get it home tonight? Yeah. You good? Yeah.
So 1st and 10 coming up for the Trojans following the interception.
So it'll be Trojans ball, 1st and 10 at the 43
It's the
yard line.
third or fourth interception of the afternoon for Alexander. Also recovered a fumble, a couple of sacks as well, so it's been a heck of a performance on both sides of the ball for this Trojans team. So Woods under center. Handoff and a nice tackle made by Brody Shy. As Kingston Woods handled the ball there
Tackled in the backfield
for Alexander.
by number 60, Brody Shaw.
Woods still a quarterback. Working the hard count, and another flag comes out. It's a false start called against Alexander.
Flag on the play, false start against Alexander. It'll be a 5-yard penalty and stay 2nd down.
I think if you're Alexander, you might just want to get the ball snapped here rather than work the hard count and 42-point ball game, but then again, the substitutions deserve an opportunity. And now a timeout has been called. So we're going to take a break. Back to action. Notre Dame looking for a stop here. 2nd and long, facing Alexander. Kingston Woods forward for a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 15 now.
And number 55, Scotty McWilliams.
Snap. Woods looking to throw. And throws it out of bounds.
Woods' pass incomplete.
4th and 15 now.
That'll bring up 4th down for the Trojans.
Punting unit on the field for Alexander. Merrill gets it away. Tremel McGee back to return it for Notre Dame. Lets it bounce, picks it up. Trying to juke out a couple of defenders, and he's eventually brought down. Pretty good return from McGee. Bring a 1st down for the Irish. And a flag is thrown. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Irish. So it'll be 1st down for Notre Dame, but they'll be set back to begin their drive.
After the Irish penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line.
So here are the Irish to begin their drive, deep inside their own territory. Antonor hands it off to Castro. He's hit in the backfield and dropped.
Carry by number 30, Gabe Castro. Brought down by number 60, Andrew Pulliam.
Andrew Pulliam makes the stop. 7.5 minutes to go here at Bill Sutherland Field. 2nd and 10 coming up. Like a miscommunication in the backfield. Castro broke a tackle, but eventually roped down.
Castro. brought down
Third
to
and
the
long
back
coming
by
up.
number 20, Damian Hale.
And a flag out on the play.
There is a flag on the play.
And the flag is waved off. No, it's not. It's delay a game against the Irish. My goodness. A lot of flags during this game. Third and 20 now for the Irish. Don't stop it again. 5:40 remaining here in the fourth. Antonor in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to throw. On the run, but he'll pull it down and scramble. It's going to be fourth down
Andor on the carry. He runs out
and
of
13. The punting unit coming onto the field for the Irish.
So from the 14-yard line, Bryce did very well. Kicked the ball into the wing. Christian Kissel awaits the punt near midfield.
High snap into the Irish end zone, and Barry able to get the punt away right to Ben Merrill, who picks it up off the ground inside the 10, and he's brought down. And a flag in the end zone. Running into the kicker, called against the Trojans. Wouldn't be a play in this game without a flag.
Flag on the play.
Seemingly a flag on every single snap down the stretch here. So the Irish will re-punt.
Penalty and a re-kick.
And 4 minutes to go now here at Bill Sutherland Field. There's not been much flow to this game here in the second half. Very choppy due to the number of penalties called by the officials. And finally, we mark off the penalty. Snap, and Barry can't handle it. And another flag comes in. It's like it could be helmet-to-helmet contact once again. This has been an ugly finish to this game, to say the least. You'd like to see these officials and these players just do what they can to get out of here without any further disruption or injury. That does not seem to be the case. Thankfully, the clock has continued to wind here at Bill Sutherland Field with a running clock down the stretch. There's been penalty after penalty after penalty after penalty in the second half here. I'm not sure who to blame either. There's been penalties committed. There's been penalties called. So it's tough to place blame on one entity or the other, but my goodness, there's been a lot of flags on the field here. First down for Notre Dame following the penalty, and we're a minute and a half away from ending this one. And the clock has come to a stop here due to a lengthy discussion, excuse me. My goodness. Minute 20 to go, and these officials are intent on discussing this penalty and breaking it down to a fine powder. And I guess it's going to be Trojans football somehow. So it's not an automatic first down on that call. It's just a 15-yard personal foul. Notre Dame did not reach the line to gain, so it's going to be Alexander football here with 1:21 to go. And thankfully, the clock will restart, and we're just about out of here. Finally, the Trojans put in a backup quarterback in this game as Tyler Marino hands it off. Took until 1:20 to go in this game for the Trojans to put in the backup quarterback in a 42-point ball game. But Marino is in, and now a minute to play. And the Trojans will run it out. So one more play here to be run by Alexander before we exit the premises here at Bill Sutherland Field. Marino takes the snap, takes the knee. That's going to do it here from Notre Dame High School. The final 49-7, Alexander wins it. Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News. Thank you to our sponsors. Of course, Coach Swaz at halftime as well. Couldn't do it without these lovely ladies and gentlemen that sponsor our broadcast every week. Once again, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. What did I tell you before the game?